Hello everyone, CDNet here with another update from the Avalanche ecosystem. And when I say another, I am aware that it's been a long time since the last update. Basically, coming out of semi-retirement to tell you about StarShares today. Now StarShares, to just get right into it, is the new SocialFi App on Avalanche. It's very similar to FriendTech if you've ever played around with that. I think it's got a couple of improvements over it that we'll get into. Of course, as always, this is not strictly an endorsement. It's just an app that I enjoy using. I think it's got a lot of interest from the community, and I just want to tell you about it in case you're not yet aware. But do your own research, etc., etc., etc. So maybe the best place to get started to tell you about StarShares is actually with FriendTech. Because FriendTech is, to my knowledge, the first of this kind of SocialFi app that really took off. StarShares takes some inspiration from it, though my understanding is that their code base is entirely different. So the big idea that FriendTech basically came up with is that you can buy shares into other people, and when the price of that person goes up, you can sell your shares and you could theoretically be in a profit. If you hold the shares of a person, you get access to their chat room, where that person could offer you whatever type of benefits they may or may not want to offer you there. As a social media person or as a person giving out shares, basically every user on the app, the benefit of being on the app and having your shares bought and sold, you don't get the money directly for selling the shares, but you do get part of the trading fee. So basically it incentivizes you to generate a lot of volume. Price is secondary to that because everything is a percentage of volume. Now, one of my criticisms of FriendTech is that it's kind of boring. So like you have to buy a key just to get into like chats with certain people. Other than that, there is not really a lot to do on the app. I think StarShares crucially improves on this by offering a more Twitter-like message feed that basically you can follow everyone on. So this is just a quick example of what it looks like. It's still a little bit in, I think, minimal viable product status. It works. I think there's still improvements to be made. There are improvements that will be made. But it works, and even if you do not have the funds to buy someone, you can actually still follow them, still engage with them. And as a result, I feel that the app is a lot more lively than FriendTech is. Of course, there are still benefits to holding someone's shares. The chat rooms are still locked to holders only, and people can make holders only posts. Again, as a person giving out shares, you do not get the money directly, but you do get a percentage, 7% in this case, of the trading fees. The pricing for shares, it works on a curve. So, you buy one, the price goes up. For the next person to buy and someone sells, the price goes down again. That money basically sits somewhere as far as I know. Except for the trading fees, which get distributed to either the person whose shares are being bought and sold, 7%, 2% treasury, 1% to either referral or also treasury. So let's take a little look around the app. As you can see, everyone has a profile. This is mine. I've tried to post a little bit on here to be active, and you can see them if you were to follow me on the timeline. There's also the chats for every person of whom you hold shares. And crucially, I think there is a search feature where you can see the trending accounts, the top accounts, and the new accounts, as well as all activity that's happening on the app. If you want to participate, you can just use your phone to log in via Twitter. It doesn't require any crazy permissions or anything. If you're not used to crypto even, the onboarding is really smooth. The only thing you'll need is a little bit of AVAX on C-Chain. If you need any help with that, check out my other videos or reach out in the comments. I'm happy to assist. For anyone with any crypto experience, this should be a very smooth user experience. As I mentioned, whenever you use someone's reflink, that person gets 1% of your trading fee, which would otherwise go to treasury. So if you're feeling particularly generous and informed after this video, feel free to use mine. I will leave it down in the description and in the comments. And then maybe finally, as the last thing to do, let's take a quick look on how you buy someone's shares. So I just spotted within the trending profiles Nick Musellem, who is the head of product at Ava Labs. I'd love to have access to Nick's chat rooms, so I'm just quickly buying his share for not even a full AVAX, and now I have access to his chat. And that's basically it. If you're not yet on StarShares, do check it out. I think it is a fun little app. Even if you don't want to spend any money, you can just use it to follow people. Compared to X, at least there's no advertisements yet, so that's a little bit of a bonus. Otherwise, of course, as I mentioned, it's still early days, so there are some features that it doesn't have. What I do think it has is an active community that's really trying it out. There's some energy back in there. So it's definitely worth following the same people you already follow on X because they may not post the same thing. As I mentioned before, if you haven't tried it out yet, consider using my ref link and consider following the channel for more very sporadic updates on the Avalanche ecosystem. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one, and goodbye.